where it's
what are we doing? We're not like, we don't like this.
Yeah.
We don't like this.
Yeah.
And it's the scariest thing. And one of those things, and I didn't notice for a long time, my mom said I wasn't okay.
Really?
And that gets into, you think you're okay, and if people notice you're not okay, there's something fucking wrong. There's something fucking wrong with you. And it's one of those things that I wasn't okay for a long time after that.
Really?
With no injuries either.
Did you feel at that time, that there was anything wrong with being that way? Like, it is okay to not be okay. Did you feel that, or were you kind of defensive about it?
I wasn't defensive, but at the same time, I was grade 12 late bloomer,
right?
Just meeting girls, and there was nothing was supposed to be okay when you're that age.
Sure.
Nothing's okay.
Yeah.
You go home, a girl doesn't like you, you fucking want to kill yourself.
You do.
You like, you know what I mean? Nothing works. You smoke weed for the first time. You start to drink. Everything's a new experience. So what the fuck is normal?
That's true. No.
Right.
Absolutely.
So, and that's why I met my first girlfriend through the accident, and then bada bing, bada boom. You know. So, but it's just like at that age, and then I remember breaking up with her after a year and a half of dating, and I was devastated.
Right.
Did you do the breaking?
She broke up. Well, she broke up with me because I was a fucking goofball.
Okay,
but didn't cheat on her or anything like that. But I was just kind of a dickhead.
Sure.
And then it's just so fucking funny how you can be in grade 12, think the world is just. That's all you know, and something that's so devastating could crush you.
Yeah,
but I look back, I'm like, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And it's when people take things so differently, and that's the suicide thing is like, people do that. Sadly, when there's no drugs involved, and there's no alcohol involved or substances, people still are able to get themselves in that depressive, dark state.
Absolutely,
it's fucking terrifying.
It is terrifying, right? Yeah. And the thing is, when you explain that you were feeling, would you say at one point in time you were feeling like at that age, did the thought of suicide ever cross your mind?
Constantly.
Yeah.
Everyone says
at that age,
it's a stigma. You know, not even that. It's everyone like, and I'm a big comedy fan, Louis C.K.
Yeah.
He talks about his recent comedy. He's like, everyone thinks about fucking killing themselves.
Yeah.
Well, once a week, you're like, well, what if I wasn't here?
Yeah.
You know, it's just how far you take that thought.
Yeah.
And how far, and if you don't realize, like for me, I've never really attempted to end my life.
No.
I've never attempted to.
No. But the thoughts have been, I've had the thoughts too.
Man, you're crying in your bed, you think you're not worth the world. You're just like, what the fuck? And you cry, you wake up crying, you're like, mental breakdown, and you're like, fuck it, I just end this.
Yeah.
But then you don't realize, like, how many other people
it affects.
I was recently at a friend of mine's funeral who had taken his life.
Really? I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Thank you.
I hate suicide, dude.
I know, man. I know. It wasn't that long ago, and you kind of like forget how much pain people are in with the smile they put on.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's a terrible thought to know that they were suffering.
Yeah.
Without reaching out for help.
Yeah.
You're like, man, like just fucking hold on.
Yeah.
Just hold on. We'll get you to a place where you don't have to have that.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing. By telling these stories, though, like your car accident and even the breakup, because I remember I was devastated when I first broke up with my ex-girlfriend in high school too, right? Like it was, you thought that the fucking world was over.
I don't get sex anymore.
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
It's never going to happen again.
Yeah. You think you're a fucking loser, you're not going to get laid, and you're like, what do I do?
But kids in high school, I mean, that new Netflix show, 13 Reasons Why.
Oh my God.
Like, that brought back a lot of fucking shit for
Same.
me. Yeah.
It's fucked up, man.
And I'm glad that they did that, though, because kids need to understand that at least we're adults now, and those people in high school, hopefully you can watch this and be like, look, I know it feels like shit right now, but we're still having a good time here, so don't fucking put it away just yet.
But one of the biggest things I ever said, and it's one of my favorite quotes, I don't even know if I made it up, I probably didn't, but suicide is a permanent end for a temporary problem.
Absolutely.
And people don't realize that. And speaking of that, about that show, I'm fucking fired up, boys. So what happens is that what pisses me off, I always see these things about bullying. Yeah, bullying's terrible. It's fucking never going anywhere.
No,
it's been from the beginning of time. It's always going to be around.
Yeah.
We have to learn a way to talk to these kids.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to stop bullying.
Yeah.
It never will go away.
And teach them the coping skills.
Yes.
And to realize that if someone's picking on you, it's not necessarily, like, it's usually not your problem. It's their problem. It's a lot more about them.
Teach your kid to call the bully a weak bastard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're a weak bastard. That's why you beat me up.
And I know when I was a fucking bully in high school at times, it was because I was emotionally weak inside and I didn't know how to fucking deal with it. So
especially for guys, right?
Absolutely.
I never bullied anybody, man. I was bullied.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got bullied too.
Hard.
You kind of, it's toxic because it can stream through you and you can get... It can put you in that state of mind where you want to fucking just put someone else... You want someone else to feel the way that you're feeling.
Yeah, it's natural.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
And the thing with online and social media now, and this is interesting, and one of the things about volunteering at Parkwood Hospital taught me, is that people that are severely mentally ill still have internet access, and they're still commenting. So when you get when someone
that's a
makes
huge thing.
it's a huge thing people don't realize.
We'll get there too.
Yeah,
I got something about that.
Yeah, people are leaving these comments and getting into arguments with people that just are never going to understand your side of the argument because they're not there.
The trolling too.
Yeah,
they need the attention because no one else is giving it to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's actually, I was going to say something about that too.
Yeah,
that this huge issue. Well, the transgender thing I'm not. I'll get this out in the air.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if you're gay, if you're whatever. I don't. If you're a human and you perpetuate love, I don't give a fuck. That's it. I don't give a fuck.
Sure.
But now we're in this debate where people are you can't offend someone because they're transgender, and then you're offending them because they identify with somebody.
Yeah.
Well, at some fucking point, we're gonna have to figure out like. I get fired up, boys.
The whole pronoun. The whole pronoun game.
At some point, if you have 1 million gay people or 1 million transgender people, okay, million transgender, for instance, there's a lot of them are going to be just fucking playing crazy.
Sure,
and they're protected by the blanket that they're transgender. Right. So, at what point are we going to be like, listen? That's fine, but you can't identify as a 6-year-old girl because you're a 48-year-old man.
Right. No, I agree with you.
What the fuck are we doing?
No, there's definitely a line that's sort of blurred, completely blurred here that needs to be sorted out.
We're focusing on so much stupid shit. Everyone's offended nowadays.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%.
I'm tired of it.
Me too.
Tired of it, man.
And I think that the great thing is that this is a place, and your podcast is a place where you can come and you can vent about this shit. And if anybody has a problem with it, fucking deal with it. Because this is a place where you can be real. This is a place where you can be raw. This is a place where you can be authentic. And we need more of that in the world.
Well, it's funny because I try to be as open as honest as I can. And I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But the worst feeling is when you get to know somebody and you hang out with them one-on-one, all of a sudden they drop like a fucking, they're racist. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, that's so awkward,
What the fuck now? You're racist?
Yeah. You're out at the bar and like everyone's getting along great, and then that one guy makes some really off-handed remark and you're like, where the fuck did that come from?
And like, why is it cool to be like secretly fucking racist?
Right?
But you're an asshole if you're openly honest about your own opinion.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing now?
Yeah.
So it's weird. Like I remember being at work function.
Closet Trump supporters.
Yeah, man. You're at work function. The guy's been nice all the time. He goes, I just want to choke that bitch. You're like, motherfucker, you've been the nicest guy at work. What the fuck? Yeah. Like, and that's even weirder for me. I'm like, now I don't trust anything you say.
Yeah.
Fuck that, man.
100%, dude.
Or like, even I find the weird. I mind. Trust me, ADHD, buddy.
Keep going.
So what happens is that you'll find out, and what I've learned throughout my life is that the people that say, "Oh, I don't drink." Right. Well, I don't do drugs. That's cool, man. Yeah. But I don't trust you. As far as the fucking story, because if you don't trust yourself, fuck you.
Yeah,
you need to get fucked up once in a while. It may not be drugs. It doesn't have to be drugs. It can be anything, alcohol or something. But if you don't trust yourself, why the fuck should anybody trust you?
No, that's fair enough. That's
you know what I mean?
Enough. Yeah.
Unless you've had a bad experience with it and you have to cut it out of your life.
I mean, that's addiction. We don't want to go into the sort of addiction realm where it does tend to be
a problem.
Yes,
but I just mean in general for someone that doesn't have addictions. Yeah, and you're not willing to have a vice. That's fine, but in my opinion, if you don't like to do something fucked up once in a while, you're fucked up. We're all fucked up. I'm a weird guy too. Man. I do weird shit all the time, but you gotta have some fun, man. Like,
sure.
At the end of the day, if you don't know how to let loose, you're gonna hold that shit in.
Well, unless you have healthier outlets. I mean, for me, I mean, I've obviously had a different experience than a lot of people, but for me, sobriety is key because, dude, I made that promise, and it's almost like. It's beyond me now. So many people have reached out. It's like, okay, well, now other people are counting on me not to drink. I have to do healthier things, and I really don't want to anymore. I've lived it. I've been there. I've fucking crashed.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I've crashed in my bed for a week and fucking stayed up for 3 days. It's
I've been
past,
there.
Yeah, it's past me now just because it's, it has to be.
The birds.
Yeah, but
the birds.
It was bad, man.
Goddamn birds.
Those text messages clearly asking, like, you up at like 6 a.m. You know damn well they're not.
I need to have a bath. I need to have a bath. I've been up. I need to have a bath to clear my soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. But you've experienced it. You know what it's like. You've let loose.
You're talking about people that have just
straight edge from the get-go.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, right? It's like, well,
they're not trying.
You've never experienced, you've never been tempted, so like,
Yeah. No, I understand where you're going because I used to have the exact same mentality. I kind of still do. I think that everybody needs to experience things in their own way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or else, I guess I'm really on the same page because you need to live life and you need to have experiences.
You have to be able to judge anybody.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you going to judge someone with pain and depression if you've never experienced it yourself?
Absolutely. And maybe that's it. Maybe you need to maybe that was the reason why I was getting all fucked up and had to get straight and narrow so I can bring people on the show and talk about it.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
There's always a reason for everything. And I'm lucky. I've never battled with addiction.
Yeah,
maybe unless I'm the class clown or whatnot. But
right.
I've never battled with addiction. I never have.
Good for you.
I've been lucky enough to. I used to use steroids, and I was using them for a long time.
Yeah,
and that was. I was using them way longer than I should have.
Well, one trend I noticed in your podcast, a lot of the guys you met at the gym, right?
Some of them.
Okay. Well, the ones that I watched, it was like, yeah, we met at the gym. We met at this gym.
Well, Bo, I met him. He was a manager of Fitness Forum.
Okay, and then what was the other one? The other guy that
I'm trying to think.
There's another guy that you met at the gym. I can't remember. Fuck, I just watched it like 20 minutes ago.
I probably I did it.
Yeah,
it's my life. And I still don't even. Don't worry about it. It's my life. You fucking meet at the gym. Would have been.
You met at no, it was. I think it was Jamie
Champion. Yeah, he was doing MMA training, and I was just at World's Gym working out.
Right,
and but what the fuck was I talking about? I lost my.
That's all right. We were talking about
addiction.
Steroid use.
Addiction. Yeah. That's the only thing. But that was probably more for image rather than anything.
Yeah. Do you feel like going to the gym? I mean, when you were younger and obviously on the sauce, do you feel like that was an insecurity thing? Do you think that maybe you're trying to get bigger on the outside, or yeah?
Well, it's all. At the end of the day, every guy's a little insecure.
Sure.
You always want to look bigger. You always want to feel bigger. But it wasn't necessarily an insecurity. It was more of a proving to myself.
Yeah.
In a sense. I was battling with myself because I grew up a small guy.
Yep.
I was bullied in high school. And when I was in grade...
Maybe that had a lot to do with it.
Huge.
Yeah.
So when I was in grade 9, I was only like 5 foot, 80 pounds.
Yeah.
And my doctor goes, you're only be 5'6". And I fucking cried.
No kidding.
My mom took me to the doctor's appointment. He goes, you're probably going to be 5'6". I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Who the fuck is he to say that, though? He's no idea.
I'm taller than my doctor.
Yeah.
So there goes your education, asshole. Yeah. But I always wanted to be big. I always measured myself on my stature, my size. And not even really realizing I was doing that as a young kid.
Yeah.
And then started going to the gym, worked out for a long time. For about 10 years without even touching anything. And then I said, fuck it.
Want to beat your genetics.
Fuck it. Yeah. Just why not, man? Fuck it. And then I watched the documentary Bigger, Stronger, Faster with Chris Bell.
Yeah.
And you're like, listen, I'm spending all this fucking money on supplements. Yeah. There's no testing. There's no really like formula for what it's
I remember that. Yeah. Right? Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I can spend $65 on a bottle of test.
Yeah.
And even I'm actually now
3 times the results. 40 times, 50 times. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Apparently they're getting closer actually with supplements, according to some of the people that have been here. They know. Yeah, they said that they're getting
I don't know, yeah.
They said they're getting closer to the enhancement qualities that steroids can produce. And I've done sauce before, too, when I was younger, for sure.
Awesome.
So, like, I had girlfriends that would inject me in the ass at times.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
my quad, I never did the ass. I did quads and then the delts.
Really? Yeah, I think everybody does delts.
Well, I never ashamed of it. That's the thing is people. I would never lie. I've never lied about steroids. And it's something that's...
Yeah.
If you...
I used to keep them in my fridge, actually, in my old apartment.
Really?
Yeah, like when I was 23 years old, I think. And that was... But at that time, dude, I was doing, like... test. I was on a Fexer. I was fucking doing blow and drinking. The poor girl had like she didn't have a chance. I was just moody. She, you know,
oh my God.
I had my issues. She had her issues.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if none of the chemicals were involved in our lives, both of us, we probably would have, made it work. But what do? You're young and you learn.
That's life.
Yeah,
that's life.
Yeah, the lizard cage.
Yeah, trip me out. But that's it, and that's my thing is like the reason why I did it again. It was just to put on a lot more muscle. Just to have more of a not imposing, because I don't want to bully anybody. Yeah. But it was nice to put up, when you're lifting weight and then you look at the weight that you've done for PR and you lift it 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
It's
good.
Godlike. Yeah. It's a euphoric experience.
Feels damn good.
And you're always reaching for that different element and different level.
Yeah.
It's like when you do drugs.
Yeah.
You smoke weed, you're like, oh, okay, I'm high. And then like, hey, I remember being a kid, fucking grade 8, and I'm like, no, I'm just going to drink beer and be a hockey dad, and that's it. Yeah. I'll never smoke weed. Grade 10 comes along, fucking high as shit.
Yeah,
and then I've never done drugs, and then 24 comes along, fucking doing coke, and you're like, all right, well, now what's next?
Yeah.
I don't want to go what's next. Yeah. Because I did what was it? Not M. I did fucking meth one time by accident.
Yeah. By accident?
Oh, you want a story?
Yeah,
you guys want a good story? Okay.
Let's hear it.
Canada Day 2010, dead mouse. So it wasn't actually meth, but my friend of mine, I'm not going to drop names just for...
No, don't. We don't drop names. Yeah. We take ownership here.
So Ashley Hunking. So we're at Gov, and it's dead mouse. And I've never been to Gov. Okay, so we have a booth, and it's good time. Dead mouse is coming. Everyone's like, hey, you guys do drugs? I'm like, fuck it, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So what happens? He goes, okay, take this pill, and, half an hour. If you don't feel anything, take the other one. So I take one, and a half an hour goes by, and I'm like, she's like, the girl goes, you're a pretty big guy. You can probably take another one. I go, fuck it, I'll take another one. All of a sudden, wow. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck's going on? So here's the thing.
Yeah.
So I'm burning up.
Yeah.
And I'm tripping balls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have to, so you know, if you ever been to the Gov or not, when you leave the Gov for like a cool house, if you go out to the smoking pit, you can't just come back.
Right.
You got to go all the way through.
Yeah.
Not a good idea.